Hello everybody, it's me, Will, and I'm back here in the park to talk a little bit more about Green Day. And it is a cold day here in Atlanta, so we're gonna try to stay warm, talking about some brand new songs, as well as the new tour that just was recently announced for next year. And yeah, I think my channel is essentially becoming the Green Day channel, with just so many news about the band throughout the year, but there's just been so much action in the Green Day world recently, with all the box sets being released, as well as the new music and the new tour now, that I just have to cover it in my channel because I'm a huge fan, as you can tell. And I think it is a very exciting time to be a Green Day fan now in 2023 because of all of the nostalgia part coming back, with all the reissues of the box sets and everything, and also now the new music, of course. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the new song that just came out, the new single for the upcoming album Saviors that's going to come out next year. And the single is called Look Ma No Brains. And I'm also going to be talking about the new tour, the Saviors tour, that's going to start next summer in 2024 in North America as well as Europe. So let's first start with the music. Again, the second single from Saviors was just recently came out. The song is called Look Ma No Brains. I'll put a link here in the description in case you haven't checked out the music video to that song. But since the first time that I heard that track, the first thing that came to my mind was the Ramones. Everything about this song screams the Ramones influence. From the music, of course, a very catchy kind of a guitar-driven punk song, to the theme, to the lyrics, as well as the music video, everything sounds Ramones influenced. So yeah, going back to the music, very catchy song, of course, coming from Green Day. They're the kings of catchy punk music, great melodies. Then the lyrics, the lyrics are completely different to the first single that came out from the record a couple of weeks ago, that I also reviewed in my channel, by the way. The American Dream Is Killing Me. That song was a little bit more political, more about the social aspects of living in America right now. This one is the complete opposite. There's no politics in this one. Straight up a fun song just about just being dumb. Which really brought to my mind, again, the Ramones, because the Ramones had so many songs like that. It got me thinking of songs like Psychotherapy and Teenage Lobotomy, and just tracks like that. And then the music video, I'm gonna put that link here in the description. The music video as well reminded me of the Ramones. It's a great music video. It's all in black and white, like a very grainy kind of footage in the video. But the actor that they hired for the main character in the music video, he almost looks exactly like a very young Joey Ramone, which I think it had to be intentional to have that guy looking exactly like the lead singer of a band that was just so influential in the music of Green Day. It had to be intentional. But anyways, the music video is really fun. Again, I'll put a link here in the description. But yeah, about the song, it's just a great, fun song. No politics, just straight up a great punk rock song. This is the kind of song that's really gonna get you dancing when you go to see them live next year in the Saviors tour that's gonna start next summer. And that's the next topic, that the Saviors tour was announced. And they're gonna be playing in lots of cities in North America, as well as in the UK and Europe. And the details are this: in the US, or at least in North America, they're going to be playing next year in 2024 from July to September. And this is going to be a stadium tour, by the way. It's not going to be an arena tour. It's going to be a stadium tour, so huge. And they're going to be playing with openers such as Smashing Pumpkins, Rancid, and the Linda Lindas in North America. So the first thing that came to my mind is, like, it seems kind of like a weird pairing to have the Smashing Pumpkins playing with Green Day. The Rancid thing kind of makes more sense because they were similar type of music, but Smashing Pumpkins, why would they tour with the Smashing Pumpkins? But then it does make sense to tour with a band that has a slightly different fan base, because especially if they're going to play in stadiums, you don't need to have overlapping fan bases in those kind of shows. You really have to have bigger demographics in your fans or in the crowd going into the show. So in my case, I'm a fan of both Green Day and the Smashing Pumpkins, so it works well for me. But for a lot of people, I think they're either going to go see Green Day and Rancid, or they're going to go see the Smashing Pumpkins, which will work well for the band as well, because they're going to get a bigger crowd at the tour. So this tour really reminded me of the Hella Mega tour from a couple of years ago when Green Day played with Weezer and Fall Out Boy. That was a similar situation as well. So different kind of fan bases going into the same tours. But I think that tour, the Hella Mega tour, worked very well for the bands playing there. In fact, I think it was one of the best-selling tours of that year. I think it was back in 2021. So if it worked well for the Hella Mega tour, I think it's going to work very well for the Saviors tour. And then in Europe, or in the UK and in Europe, they're going to play also in 2024 from May to June, and the openers are going to be Nothing But Thieves, The Hives, the Do Nots, and the Interrupters. So also a great lineup, and the European leg of the tour. I think the Hives are one of the most exciting, one of the most fun live bands that you will ever see. So seeing them along with Green Day, I think that's going to be an amazing set. But again, festival kind of style, that's something that you should expect if you plan to go to the Saviors tour. Think of the Hella Mega tour in case you went to a couple of years ago. And now, this is where it gets interesting, at least to Green Day fans. In the poster of the tour, they're clearly saying that they're celebrating 30 years of Dookie as well as 20 years of American Idiot, which makes sense. Dookie came out in 1994, and American Idiot came out in 2004. So big milestone, a huge milestone for the band, because those were their biggest albums for sure. Now the question is, are they going to play Dookie and American Idiot in its entirety throughout the tour? My thoughts are that there's no way that they're going to play the two albums as a whole in every single show of the tour. My guess would be that they're going to be switching around, right? Like they're going to play Dookie for one show, and then the next day they're going to play American Idiot in its entirety, as well as all the hits. That's my guess, because if they do play Dookie and American Idiot both as a whole in every set, I think they would run out of time, and they wouldn't have enough time to cover a lot of the hits. And remember, they still have to have enough time for the Smashing Pumpkins to play their full set. I know it's going to be a shortened set, but the Smashing Pumpkins, they like to play long sets, and they play long songs. So I assume they're going to be playing for at least 1 hour, and probably shorter sets for Rancid and the Linda Lindas. But yeah, that's my guess. I think they're just going to be switching around between dates. Maybe Dookie one night, American Idiot another night, which would be super fun. They did play Dookie in its entirety in the warm-up show before the When We Were Young music festival a few weeks ago in Las Vegas. And there's some footage of that show as well on YouTube in case you have seen it, and it looks awesome. They had the stage set up with the Dookie artwork, which looked great. And it would be great to see that again in the tour, as well as the American Idiot artwork as well, if they do decide to play it as a whole. But anyways, I do plan to see this tour next summer at least twice. Definitely here in Atlanta. They're going to be playing on a Wednesday. And I'm going to try to make it to the Philadelphia show, because I have some family there, so I have a place to stay. And hopefully they will play different sets or the different records in those two shows. We'll see. But anyways, let me know in the comments what you think about this, the new song. Do you plan to go see Green Day live in the summer of 2024? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.